Hello, and welcome to Film Slam Stream's post-film conversation. My name is Eric Siler. I am a professor of film, media arts, and communication, as well as moderator for this conversation. We are pleased to be joined by the director of Tweet Tweet, Zhanna Bekmambetova. She moved to Moscow with her parents when she was 6 years old, and and in 2009 she graduated from the Get University of Cinematography. And she has lived and studied in Los Angeles from 2010 to 2013. And since 2013, she has worked in Moscow, and she's been working on several animated series. And we can't wait to talk and learn more about her film Tweet Tweet. So hello, Zhanna, and welcome.
Hello, здравствуйте, добрый вечер. I'm saying this to people who understand or learn Russian. I'm very happy to talk to you.
Well, we're happy to talk to you also. Thank you for that greeting to our students that may be studying Russian. Let's get right into this. This is a really, really marvelous film. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to make Tweet Tweet?
Thank you very much. I was inspired by two things. First of all, I drew a sketch because I like drawing. I drew sketches all the time. And so I came up with a sketch of a woman who is standing on the end of the rope and nothing else, it's just the end. And it felt very emotional for me. And I wanted to tell the story of this woman, how she came to this end of the rope. And another thing is I talked to my great grandmother a lot, and I actually interviewed her and recorded her life. And it was also very interesting for me because some pieces of the story, it's actually what happened to her in her life. She lived up to like 89 years old. So I was inspired. That movie is dedicated to her also.
Oh, we appreciate that. I'm sure that's a nice testament to her life. Very interesting. The animation was really well done. Did you do the animation yourself, or did you work with the animator?
I worked with several animators, but most of the animation is done by very, very talented Russian animator, Denis Afanasyev. So yeah, he was animating for me. The bird.
Well, good. Tell us a little bit about working with the animator, because I'm sure some students who are interested in filmmaking love animation. They say, I can't draw. How can I work with animation? What did you do? Did you draw stick figures and then you presented them to the animator? Can you explain that process a little bit?
Okay, so this process, how do I explain? First of all, yeah, you draw storyboard. As a director, I draw storyboards. So this is, maybe you can see it. If people can see it, it's on the wall.
We can see it.
Yeah. So those are pictures with what's happening in the story. And then later on, you can show this to animator. And then later on, yeah, you do simple moves, simple poses, and you show it to animator. And you explain what's happening in one shot. What's happening to the character, where is he going, where is he moving, and then when you discuss it, and then animator will do his work and show it to you.
Well, that's really good to know that not all people who are interested in animation need to be very proficient in drawing with that. It's about having a lot of creativity and a good concept. Well, with that said, the film, how long did it take, since you were working with the animator, how long did it take to actually make this film?
A year and a half.
Okay, yeah, that takes time, especially some people might think a year and a half, that's a long time, but it's really not a long time, especially when you, have to be so detailed. One thing that helped move the story along was the use of music. Did you use original music for this story?
Yes, we used original music. It is a very, very good composer. And yeah, he wrote all the score very early on. I asked him to, we came up with a theme, music theme, and then he wrote everything else.
That worked out well. It did. So let's get into the story a little bit. Um, we see the bird was as a central character to help tell the story of this uh, female and their progression through life on a tightrope. Can you talk a little bit about the metaphor of the tightrope and the bird in terms of telling the story?
Yeah, sure. So the rope, it's all about balance in life, finding your balance, losing your balance. And that was just a very interesting metaphor to play with for me. And at first, I didn't have a bird character, actually. I just had the rope and balance and the girl balancing. But then I understood that I want a character who will react and who will, we as viewers will be seeing this and reacting with. And kind of like a soul of this character. Who is the soul of this character? And so I understood that I need someone small, and I came up with a bird, which became my favorite character. And like you can say differently, like is it a soul of this young girl, or maybe it's someone who's guarding her all her life, this small bird character, but it's very important character, of course.
It is. Excuse me. You said at first you didn't have a bird in the story. What did you have? Did you not have anything? Did you just have the showing the female progressing through life?
Yeah, I just thought that I could tell the story with just legs and a rope, um, like a pantomime something. But then I understood that I need eyes, someone's eyes to react. And that's why I understood very early on, I understood that I need another character
Well,
with eyes.
very good. Another thing in the story, you use a lot of subtle elements to help tell the story. The clothespin, the barbed wire, the lights, the briefcase, the suitcase, so many things, snow, a lot of elements to help tell the story that I'm sure our viewers grasp. Are there any elements that you left out that you wish you could have put in? Anything in the animation that you may have left out?
Uh, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I put everything.
That's one thing about animation. You can add things, I guess, a little easier than if you're actually shooting on the set with that. Um, the concept of I just want to take the viewers through the story a little bit. You know, we see the female as a baby, then as a teenager, then as an adult, and then she meets someone, and then things they break up, and we see the woman has a child, and then the woman gets older, and she's kind of like at the end of her rope. And you know, it's like and I thought that was just so fitting because you see sometimes older people can be lonely and they're at the end of the rope. It's like, what do I have in life? And she's about to step off and the bird saves her. It's like, no, you have a wonderful life. I think that was just so fantastic, that pivotal moment that you had there. So can you talk a little bit about that, more about how the bird and the human interacts, how the bird is actually helping her through her life?
Yeah, well, for me, the bird is like the soul of the character. It's when you feel down or you don't know what to do next, and you're sad, and then I think in each of us lives this tiny bird who is this optimistic your optimistic part of you, who wants to live, who wants to uh, go, just go and not don't stop, because you will fall. And that's the bird. It will say you just go, don't stop. And that's why. And so when she is old, she hesitates and she doesn't know what to do, and it's scary and everything. And then comes the bird who's saying like, no, I want to go, I want to move forward, like everything like this.
Well, good. Good. That's really good. I just want to remind everyone we're talking to the director of Tweet Tweet, Zhanna Bekmambetova. If you have questions, please put them in the Q&A portal and we'll get to them as time allows. And we do have one question. One person wants to know, why did you call the film Tweet Tweet?
Because the bird is like main character, and in Russian it's called chik-chirik, which is very nice. It sounds very nice, chik-chirik. It's what birds say, what Russian birds say. And then we translated it into tweet tweet, which is
That's interesting. So how does that go again in Russia? How do birds tweet in Russia?
chik-chirik.
Okay. That's interesting to hear that. Another question we have coming in: what was the purpose of showing the bird and not showing the humans? So I guess in the film we never saw the faces of the people.
Yeah, because it was a challenge for me. I wanted to challenge myself and to tell the story only with the legs and with the balancing like how people balance, and that's how we see how they feel, how they're feeling, like when they lose balance or they don't lose balance. So that was a challenge for me, and I didn't want to show any eyes because I was sure that I can tell the story just with legs.
All right, that totally makes sense, and it helps us draw our conclusion about these people could be anyone.
Yeah,
Walking a tightrope with that. Another interesting question, well, we talked about this before we got on, is what happened to the woman at the end? Does she die?
I think that's an open ending. I wanted to leave for the viewers, but it's for sure for me it's an optimistic ending. That's how I wanted to feel. We don't know what's happening next. No one knows, but I just wanted to feel optimistic.
Exactly. And also I feel like the woman can live on because the bird has seen her life, and the bird kind of like has this spirit of the woman.
Yes.
And,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, can do that. Another question we have, interesting, is what is the meaning behind the use of the clothespin? In the beginning, you had the clothespin, and I guess at the end, you had the clothespin, and the bird was.
I'm sorry. What is clothespin? I don't.
The clothespin. In the beginning of the film, the bird was playing with this clothespin.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I understand.
Yeah.
It's just a very common thing that I thought everyone understand what it is, and it's usually on the rope when you just have your clothes on the rope. So maybe she had her clothes, maybe it was used for something for her clothes when she was little, and then what's happening in the end, the bird like goes through her life. When birds go other way, we see the light bulb, we see barbed wire, I think, yeah, and then we see the clothespin. So we see everything that happened in her life. It's like a flashback. That's why we see the clothespin again. It was just something from her childhood, a memory from her childhood.
Exactly. I guess sometimes some people call it going full circle, from the beginning to the end. Or with that, those are good questions. Keep the questions coming. One thing I do want to ask you is, how has this film been received? What has the reaction been to the film when you showed it to people?
Oh, I was very, very happy with the reaction, actually, because when you do the movie for a year and a half and you just like 5 people who see it, you don't understand what is good, what is not, and then when you show it to people, it's very exciting. And we traveled to different festivals. We showed it to a lot of people and got very nice response.
Yeah, I can imagine because do you get different responses from children and from adults when they see this? Or does everyone have pretty much the same response?
Women like it very much. I found that. Also, yeah, children. I got response from children, especially with the bird. They really like the bird. I think maybe people who are a little bit older, they get the whole story. But like, so yeah.
Okay.
Everyone.
Oh, good, good. Another question we have is, why did the man and women break up?
Oh, they didn't break up. He left because the war started.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And so did he never came back from the war, or they didn't? Okay, they didn't. Okay, that's. I'm glad you helped clarify that. With that, and another thing that you did in the film, what I thought was interesting, how you showed the timeline, and also you showed like life is full of up and downs, and you symbolize that with the tightrope by having barbed wire, by having rain, by having snow. So I think that was really, really good to have that element. But all throughout that, the bird was consistent. So the bird offered a lot of hope with that. So that's another thing I think the bird symbolizes as well too. Um, we have a couple minutes left. So what is next? What can we expect from you in the future?
Right now, I'm working on my new short movie. It will be longer, like 20 minutes. And it's also I'm very interested in the story, and I hope it will turn out the way that I hope. But we're right now in the beginning of production, so I think it will take another year.
Okay, is this another animation?
Yeah, it's an animation movie.
Okay, can you give us a little bit of a preview of what the story is about, or
it's about a boy and a space rover on Mars, space rover. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Going to Mars.
Wow,
Is that this? Is that your project that's hanging on the wall that you're working on now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, good. So, is it possible, with a couple minutes left, I don't know if you want to give anything away. Is it possible to show us one of your sketches, to take
Yes.
something off the wall and just show that to us to
Yes.
see? It doesn't have to be perfect.
I will pick something that's interesting.
Yeah, folks, we're talking to the director of Tweet Tweet, and we have just about a minute or so left. She's going to show us a little bit of a sample of what she's working on next. So if you have a question, just try to sneak it in the Q&A.
Those are storyboards. So this is a boy character with his father, and this is a space rover on Mars. This one.
Oh.
And
so are these your drawings? Are these your sketches?
Yeah.
Or is this? Okay, so you sketch this and then you talk with the animator, and the animator begins to animate from your sketches.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's good. So that's really good how you do that. So you hang it on the wall and you can rearrange orders of things and so forth with that. That's good. So do you have a set schedule for when you work on this, or when you get into the mood or you come up with something creative, you run back to your wall and start working on it? How does that work?
Well, it was like this before, and right now I have a small team, and right now we have like this mini virtual studio, and we work every day. So that's basically what I do every day. We just communicate something. One person does 3D characters because it's a 3D movie. Someone is doing textures, I'm drawing something else.
Right.
So
And
I like that it's teamwork right now.
that is good. And I like the detail of this as well too, because you have total control over, the colors, the clothing, the background, the scenery, everything to help tell the story. So that's one thing that's marvelous about animation. You can
Yes.
control so much of it. And
Animation.
it must be very fulfilling. Zhanna, this has been such a treat to talk with you and for you to share with us information. Congratulations on all your success and future success. I know you will be successful continually. Um, can you say a special goodbye in Russian to our Russian language students?
Спасибо большое. Очень рада была за ваши вопросы. Всего вам самого хорошего в изучении русского языка. Thank you very much. I was very happy to speak to you.
Well, thank you. We've been happy
Hope
to speak with
you
you as well.
all the best. Yes.
Thank you. And I'd like to thank you, our audience, for joining us for this important and invigorating conversation. For more information about the upcoming 45th Cleveland International Film Festival, please continue to follow us on social media or visit clevelandfilm.org. I'm Eric Siler. Thank you.